Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me start to Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Alfa Rizky, and today I'm going to talk about what is computer. A computer is an electronic machine that processes information. In other words, an information processor. It takes in raw information or data at one end, store it until it's ready to work on it, choose and crunches it for a bit, then spit out the result at the other end. All these processes have a name. Taking in information is called input. Storing information is better known as memory or storage. Chewing information is also known as processing, and spitting out result is called output. Imagine if a computer were a person. Suppose you have a friend who's really good at math. She is so good that everyone she knows posts their math problems to her. Each morning, she goes to her little box and finds a pile of new math problems waiting for her attention. She piles them up on her desk until she gets around to looking at them. Each afternoon, she takes a letter off the top of the pile, studies the problem, works out the solution, and scribbles the answer on the back. She put this in an envelope addressed to the person who sent her the original problem and stick in her out tray, ready to post. Then she moved to the next letter in the pile. You can see that your friend is working just like a computer. Her letterbox is her input. The pile on her desk is her memory. Her brain is the processor that works out the solution to the problems, and the outtray on her desk is her output. Once you understand that computers are about input, memory, processing, and output, all the junk on your desk makes a lot more sense. Input. Your keyboard and mouse, for example, are just input units, ways of getting information into your computer that it can process. If you use a microphone and voice recognition software, that's another form of input. Memory or storage. Your computer probably stores all your documents and files on a hard drive, a large magnetic memory, but smaller computer-based devices like digital cameras and cell phones use other kinds of storage such as flash memory cards. Processing. Your computer processor, sometimes known as the central processing unit, is a microchip buried deep inside. It works amazingly hard and yet incredibly hot in the processor. That's why your computer has a little fan blowing away to stop its brain from overheating. And output. Your computer probably has an LCD screen capable of displaying high resolution, very detailed graphics, and probably also stereo loudspeakers. You may have an inkjet printer on your desk to make a more permanent form of output. And now I'm going to talking about what is a computer program. The first computer were gigantic calculating machine, and all they ever really did was crunch number, solve lengthy, difficult or tedious mathematical problems. Today, computers work on a much wider variety of problems, but they are all still essentially calculation. Everything a computer does, from helping you to edit a photograph you've taken with a digital camera to displaying a web page involves manipulating numbers in one way or other. Suppose you're looking at digital photo you just taken in a pen or photo editing program and you decide you want a mirror image of it. In other words, flip it from left to right. You probably know that the photo is made up of millions of individual pixel colored squares arranged in a grid pattern. The computer stores each pixel as a number, so taking a digital photo is really like an instant, orderly exercise in painting by numbers. To flip a digital photo, the computer simply reverses the sequence of numbers, so they run from right to left instead to left to right. Or suppose you want to make the photograph brighter, all you have to do is select the little brightness icon. The computer then works through all the pixels, increasing the brightness value for each one to number and calculation. What makes a computer different from a calculator is that it can work all by itself. You just give it your instruction, call it a programs, and off it goes performing a long and complex series of operations all by itself. Back in 1917 and 1918, if you wanted a home computer to do almost anything at all, you had to write your own little program to do it. For example, before you could write a letter on a computer, you had to write a program that would read the letters you typed on the keyboard, store them in the memory, and display them on the screen. Writing the program usually took more time than doing whatever it was that you had originally wanted to do, writing the letter. Pretty soon, people started selling programs like word processors to save you the need to write program yourself. Today, most computer use a word processor to save you the need to write program yourself. Today, most computer user by download or share programs like Microsoft Word and Excel. Hardly anyone writes programs anymore. Most people see their computer as tool that help them do jobs rather than complex, better things to do than computer programming. I hope that by the end of this presentation you will have a better understanding of it and maybe even feel inspired to learn more. So thank you.